Recently, we journeyed to the heart of the desert in the UAE, which provided a stunning venue for the 22nd Faldo Series Grand Final. 80 amateur golfers from all corners of the world teed up at Al Ain Equestrian Shooting and Golf Club for the chance to win the tournament and a place in the official amateur world rankings. But the series focuses on more than just golf, with tips from Nick Faldo and clinics on nutrition.
It's a big learning curve. I mean, it's all the different experiences. So obviously you're going to get the top end, they're going to come here and play great, and they're going to win, and I think fantastic. I won the Faldo Series, and then you're going to be at the other end when it all went completely wrong. So, but that's part of your experience, and hopefully something from this gives you a kick wherever you need it to boost your determination or your enthusiasm for the game.
I mean, it's a tremendous advantage to have a whole week with a 6-time major winner. You know, I don't know of any others that are doing it, and I certainly didn't have it in my time. And so for them to be able to sort of pick his brains or just listen, you know, if you're not bold enough to ask a question, just in the clinics, just receiving the information. He's got a wealth of experience of competing, of life, and so I think they'll get a huge amount out of it. It's unique. It's absolutely unique event.
This week's been incredible. The weather for first. And playing golf out here is just completely different to back home, and it's opened up new worlds. Like even some of the shots that I'm having to play, you can't really bump and run it through the rough, through the fairway. It sticks a wee bit, so it's completely different golf that I'm getting experience to that I never would without Faldo, so it's really good.
This year I've got Garth Milne, who's from South Africa, for the physical side. Again, a complete eye-opener to them all about how to look after what we do as golfers.
There's so many players out here nowadays who can hit the golf ball, who can chip, who can putt, but it's more than that. And I think Nick Faldo, and certainly the Faldo Series, has exposed the competitors to all the different aspects that are required to make it out here. And that's a great learning environment in out here, particularly at an event like this, the Grand Final. You know, you can really measure your game as to where you're at and what you need to do better to be able to maybe compete in an event like this. But yeah, if it stands every child or every competitor in good stead going forward, then I think the goal has been achieved.
It's definitely opened my eyes. I never realised sort of how big nutrition was and the physical side of it. It's definitely opened my eyes, and I'm going to have to pay a lot more attention into that in the future. And the clinics from Faldo, not everyone gets to ever see Faldo hit balls, never mind have a clinic with him where you can ask him questions and ask him what he's doing and really pick his brains, so it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I
enjoy this. It's kind of like paying back, paying forward to the game of golf, and I want to give these kids opportunities, and just for the simple fact I enjoy the buzz. It's good for me, good for the Faldo name, just to be involved in the game of golf.
It's an experience in itself, obviously. There's its own pressure that it's a grand final. Some of these players are experienced, they've won things. Others aren't. Others, this could be the first major event they've played in. And it's how they perform, not necessarily how good they play, but it's how they conduct themselves. They'll learn constantly. They'll realize they've perhaps made mistakes. We can help them with that as well, you know. But I think the major thing here is that it's bringing them together. There's going to be some very powerful friendships that are formed. Completely different nationalities who would have never met possibly in their lives before, and they come together at this event. I think for me it's a real mixed bag of experience, competitiveness and friendship forming.
The series is keen to encourage grassroots golf, and Nick introduced the game to some of the local kids.
Having Nick here this week is fantastic for the players, but also here for the club. And good exposure for us, all the players this week from all different parts of the world. So they're coming here to see the facility and play the golf course, but also it allows us through the Faldo Series to get good exposure all over the world.
The proudest moment for me is I've seen kids in tears because they want to be the champion. So that's a rather nice, as I say, a good feeling for me and the team that what the Faldo Series means to them. It's my way of carrying on what I've been doing in the game of golf. I really strongly believe that, you know, I want to leave something still going when I'm gone.
On the final day, it was Chinese Taipei's Ting Yu Chen who teed off with the overnight lead. He swiftly pulled away from the chasing pack with 2 early birdies and finished 7 under for the week. That secured a dominant 4-shot win to be crowned the 2018 Faldo Series Europe Grand Final champion.